I have a very, very important and sincere message for Barcelona fans all over the world. This is the message. If you have a problem with your heart, if you can't take heartbreak, if you are emotionally fragile, stay away from Barcelona matches because you're going to go crazy. I don't understand how Barcelona can be struggling against a team like Alaves. With due respect to them, they're a decent side, nothing more than that. They are not on the level of Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Villarreal, Athletic Bilbao, and even other teams that are above them on the table. So why are we struggling so much? Yes, we may have won 3-1, but this does not in any way look like a 3-1 victory. It was nervy from beginning to the end. This is not how to play. This is not how to win matches. This is not how to win titles. Definitely not. We had barely gotten a touch of the ball before Alavés scored in the very first minute of the game. This is not the first time we are conceding so early, and that has cost us in many games before now. And if we are going to put a stop to it, we need to do it right now. But then again, credit to the team for fighting back almost immediately and getting level 1-1 not long after we went 1 goal down. For me, this goal is all about the fight, the grit, the determination, the tenacity, and the leadership we have sorely missed in this team, coming from none other than Rafinha. Trust me, if it was someone else that was in Rafinha's position, 8 times out of 10, that ball will most likely not have gotten to Lamine Yamal to give us equalizer. Rafinha's impact in this team is beyond words. The assist for the goal may not have been credited to Rafinha because I think Lewandowski got a touch to it before it got to Lamine Yamal to equalize. But who cares? That goal is purely the hard work of Rafinha. Lamine Yamal has been through a lot this season, especially after the Chelsea game where some opposition fans and even Barca fans kept trolling him and attacking him for being ineffective against Chelsea. Some even went as far as comparing him with Estevao. Like, seriously? So I'm really happy he got this goal. It will do him a world of good. It will do his confidence a world of good. Even though I think he should talk a bit less and probably stay away from social media just a little bit. I also want to talk about Dani Olmo. He was very good in the game, got 2 goals, 2 well-taken goals. Kind of brings me flashbacks from the game against Chelsea, that Ferran Torres miss. Maybe if it was Dani Olmo, we probably would have gone 1 goal up. Sorry I'm talking about it again. I simply haven't recovered. I really hope he keeps this up because it's been a long time we've seen Dani Olmo play this well. Hansi Flick really surprised me in this game with his selection, especially with the decision to play Marc Bernal in midfield. This will be the first time he will be starting again for Barcelona since his ACL injury over a year ago. Obviously, he's not at that physical level yet, which was the reason why he couldn't play the second half, but at least it's a great start, it's a long walk, and I'm sure he'll come good at the end of the day. Another decision Hansi Flick made, which isn't a surprise to me anymore, was his decision to start with Eric Garcia at right back instead of Jules Koundé. For me, Eric Garcia has won the right back spot and should be allowed to keep it for the foreseeable future until something changes with Jules Koundé. He was good again, gave his best, never shied away from any challenge. Unfortunately, he couldn't complete the game because he got injured and Jules Koundé had to replace him. But in the next game, Eric Garcia should start, no doubt about that. I also want to talk about Joan Garcia because he's been very fantastic since he came back from injury. That save was very important because it propelled us and gave us the momentum to go for our second goal, which came literally seconds after the save. He's a gem and I'm so happy he's back. I'm quite concerned about something and I would like to talk about it now. It's about 2 players who didn't play this game, not necessarily because they were injured, but for some other reasons. The first person is Ronald Araujo and the second, Frenkie de Jong. Officially, Ronald Araujo wasn't able to play the game because he had stomach virus, but what we read was the fact that he was mentally affected by the performance he put out against Chelsea and by the criticism that followed his disappointing output in that game. Because the best way to get out of a bad patch and win fans back to your side is to go back to the pitch and do it right this time. It looks to me like Araujo may not have this in him. Running away, which I think is what he did, is not the best way to handle such a situation. However, he's a Barca player. We need to give him all our support so he can come back better. For Frenkie de Jong, we were told he couldn't play for personal reasons. What the reasons were, we do not know. It just feels weird because 3 out of our 4 captains leave a lot to be desired sometimes. I'm also very concerned about Hansi Flick because he looked very frustrated even after we had won the game 3-1. There was a picture of him sitting on the bench looking dejected while Rafinha was talking to him. It feels like Rafinha was trying to encourage him about something he's frustrated about. I really hope he doesn't get frustrated to the point where he decides to walk in the summer, because the truth is, last season he achieved a lot. In fact, he overachieved with the squad we had and with little backing from the board. This season, he has been frustrated because we have not gotten the signings he would have wanted, and this is clearly affecting the team. Since the season began, he has been complaining about the lack of commitment and intensity in the squad, and this is clearly affecting how our games have been, because obviously he's been seeing us play better in training than in actual games. This can be very frustrating, and I quite understand. I hope Laporta and Deco wake up and do something in January, because this situation is not sustainable. For him to win something, for us to be successful, there has to be 1 or 2 people signed in January. Our 3-1 victory takes us to the top of the La Liga table with 2 points ahead of Real Madrid, even though we have played 1 game more. Let's see what happens between Real Madrid and Girona. Hopefully the referee is not the star of the game. So our next game will be against Atletico Madrid at the Camp Nou on Tuesday. It will be a firecracker, and I'm sure our players will be up and ready for it. It's a game we must win. Very important. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think about the game, and how do you think we should prepare against Atletico Madrid? What are your hopes? What are expectations? Let me hear your thoughts. Let's chat. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for the videos I'll be posting after the game against Atletico Madrid. Until then, live well, be safe, and Visca Barça.